Here's some of the best aliens in webcomics. No hierarchy here, just vibes. Madison Vrax of Cassiopeia Quinn. Blue-skinned humans are a classic trope dating back to Star Trek and Space Battleship Yamato. There's nothing more gorgeously retro than a human with a different skin color painted on. This is the inspiration behind the rival of Cassiopeia Quinn. Madison Vrax is a talented young officer of the Human Prime Galactic Navy. She is large part Xeran, a species extremely similar to humans, but unique traits of Xerans include an inability to digest sugar, the late development of sexual characteristics until pair bonding is initiated, and of course, the blue or grey hue of their skin. Where did these Celestis sapiens come from, you ask? Well, this might just be one of the larger overarching mysteries of the series. In-universe, many believe that Xerans were a lost population of genetically modified humans, but some believe there may just be an actual Xeran homeworld out there somewhere. Regardless, Xerans are not treated very differently from ordinary humans in the Cassiopeia Quinn universe, and the dutiful and honorable Captain Madison Vrax hopes to use her position and titles to leave a positive impact on the galaxy. Unless space piracy of some sort gets in the way, I suppose. Turns out that her obligation as a military officer may just be an obstacle to actually helping people too. Sam Starfall of Freefall. Vrax may find some inspiration in Sam Starfall. This eccentric squid-like spaceship captain seems to be an expert in having a positive impact through reckless kleptomania and swindling. Sam is a skid, a species described as technologically, culturally and biologically primitive. All we know about them comes from Sam himself, as he is apparently the only skid to have ever left their homeworld. Sam snuck aboard a human scout ship and, not used to humans' low oxygen atmosphere, fell into a hibernation-like dormancy and survived the long spaceflight. He then woke up when someone pulled on his wallet. We never see Sam outside of his pressurized suit, which is what makes him appear humanoid. This is probably for the best, as looking directly at a skid is apparently like seeing an eldritch horror, an inconceivable monstrosity. Even on their home planet, as we can see in the origin myth on how skids heisted fire from the gods, don't ask. It seems like skids need to support themselves with wooden beams and contraptions. Other fun facts about skids. They are apparently quite the delicacy to all terrestrial animals, regardless of diet. And they can easily be defeated in a fair fight by a human child. Sergeant Schlock of Schlock Mercenary. In a galaxy nearing the 3100s by our reckoning, there are a lot of aliens, but not a lot of them are carbosilicate amorphs, and even fewer of them also work as mercenaries. Schlock, he is both. He is about 250 kilos of green-grey putty with 2 eyes. Well, in other words, he's a huge pile of shit. Oh my god, Sen, why are you making me say this? But don't let its appearance fool you. Since he is a creature that has no nervous system or brain or anything other than his eyes and carbosilicate body, he is remarkably stretchy, fast, and his entire body serves as an ear, a nose, a tongue, all in one. His mouth is his only orifice, with which he eats, breathes, smells, excretes, and, well, most importantly, conceals weaponry. To anyone with normal morals, Schlock would be an absolutely horrific monstrosity of violence. This is something he would take as a compliment, like the one time one of his officers concluded that the best way to describe his diet was mundivore or world eater. In the end, this all means Schlock is absolutely great at his job, and he likes doing it. Only thing he likes more than doing his job as a merc? Well, that would be eating. Minnow of Val and Isaac. Everyone in Val and Isaac is alien to us, and yet they all feel so human. For a setting consisting almost entirely of wacky hijinks through robotics, megafauna, virtual reality and literal magic, all of the blue, green and pink characters feel surprisingly grounded. Take Minnow, for example, the young mechanic of Val's small adventuring spaceship. In Val and Isaac, we get to know the characters quite well through flashbacks, like how Minnow was fished out of fallen space junk wreckage, Goku style, by her rock dad and her bug dad. We see her feet fins develop during puberty, and all the fancy robotic arms she tries out throughout her life, as she seems to be lacking some limbs. We see her go on a ton of insanely traumatic / hilarious space adventures, meet her girlfriend Doris, be an awesome hacker, do the Morbius meme, and we just generally get to fall in love with her. We still don't know why baby Minnow crash landed in the first place, or where she came from. Must have been difficult to raise a child without knowing anything about her species. There's a big mystery, but Minnow doesn't particularly care. She's happy with the life she's led so far, and I'm excited to see where her life leads her next. Though I hope we might meet her long-lost siblings someday. It's unclear whether Minnow's compulsion to pet all the cute creatures is built into her species or not. OdoZun of Star Trip. On the densely forested planets of Durgica, communities of the humanoid Durgi and the large Ka live together in harmony. Kinda. The deeply conservative and traditional villages don't particularly see eye to eye with the technologically evolving and opening cities. Aliens who should enter the protected woods are to be killed, if the wildlife doesn't kill them first. The ecosystem is delicate. It's kinda hilarious how much the blue Durgi and their mighty steeds are inspired by James Cameron's Avatar, complete with their own home tree and rich deposits of unobtainium. At least there's not much colonialism or warfare in this universe, letting this culture manage their own affairs. Enter OdoZun, a ranger who wishes to explore the galaxy surrounding their home planet. One challenge is that OdoZun is one soul bound to two bodies, which, doesn't seem to be unusual in Durgica, but their sibling was being a dick about their bond anyway. Durgi and Ka don't get off planet much, and the terrible Ka lies associated with them makes everyone wary of them as well. But people are just being mean. Look at how fuzzy and huggable the Ka are! Just ignore their weirdly elongated mouth. Their mask-like faces look awesome. Can you believe that OdoZun is one of the more minor characters in Star Trip? It's filled to the brim with awesome aliens, but this one life is my favorite. Postscript. There are a lot of amazing alien species in webcomics. I didn't even mention the worm-like xenophobic Strix that banished the protagonist in the webcomic, Banished. I could have named the ever-popular trolls of Homestuck with all their violent, romantic, quirky, bug-like peculiarities. We have the purple smurfs with helmets in It's Walkie, and all the unique variations of classic greys in webcomics like El Gunishive and Trying Human. Webcomics has been an amazing medium for science fiction, and I haven't even been able to talk about the incredible robots. I'm also sure I've missed all of your favorites, so please tell me about them. I particularly love how many of these characters are more human and more complex than most of their human co-stars. There's something so very special about how webcartoonists take the alien and the strange and they make it approachable, personable. Thank you all very much for watching.